Do you guys know which draft class had the greatest first round of all time? Do you know? Like really, do you know? Because I'm not quite sure I know, but I figured that I would put this list together because I'm a content creator, so I figured I'll create this content. So anyways, man, we're going to kick things off with an honorable mention, okay? The honorable mention is the 1990 NFL Draft. This first round has 3 Hall of Famers in it. The first pick, or the third pick of this class was Cortez Kennedy. He is in the Hall of Fame. Pick number 5 was Junior Seau. Junior Seau is an icon of the NFL. And then with the 17th pick of this draft, you have freaking Emmitt Smith going to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Cortez Kennedy, he won Defensive Player of the Year. He also went to 8 Pro Bowls. 3 times he was first team All-Pro. He was second team All-Pro twice as well. Again, 1 Defensive Player of the Year and is part of the 1990s All-Decade team. Moving on to what Junior Seau did. You guys know Junior Seau. If you don't, man, slap your mama because she should have taught you about Junior Seau. Anyways, man, 8 times he was first team All-Pro, 12-time Pro Bowler from 1991 to 2002. Not missing one. Not missing one through that span, man. Also, he was selected to 2 second-team All-Pros. He also was Defensive Player of the Year and, of course, NFL icon, and he is a Hall of Famer. And then Emmitt Smith, 3-time Super Bowl champion, also is an 8-time Pro Bowler, 4 first-team All-Pros, and then 1 second-team All-Pros as well. Led the league in rushing in 1991, 92, 93, and 95. Also led the league in rushing touchdowns in 91, 92, 93, and 95. And again, one of the very best halfbacks of all time. Now, I left that class off. If you have a problem with it, let me know down in the comment section below. That one was very, very close to making the top 5. Very, very close to making the top 5. It was in the top 5, then out of the top 5, then in the top 5, and then out of the top 5. So again, it was not an easy decision. I could have made it a top 10 and it would have been easier. But hey, it's a top 5 and they are on the outside looking in my opinion. Trying not to be biased. But anyways, man, we are going to kick things off with the 2007 NFL Draft. The 2007 NFL Draft has, in my opinion, 6 people that could be in the Hall of Fame, all selected in this first round, all selected within the first 14 picks of the first round. Kicking things off with Calvin Johnson. Arguably a top 5 receiver of all time, if not higher. Changed the fortunes of the freaking Detroit Lions. Megatron, Beast, could possibly be better than Randy Moss. I really don't know. I think Randy Moss is a tad bit better, but Calvin Johnson, he could do it all. Joe Thomas, he is a 9-time Pro Bowler. I don't think he's missed a Pro Bowl ever since he's been drafted. 6 times he's a first-team All-Pro. Twice he was a second-team All-Pro. And again, one of the best offensive linemen and the best left tackle of this generation, in my opinion. Adrian Peterson, another future Hall of Famer, and he has 5 first-team All-Pros. 5 of them. That's more than Emmitt Smith. 2 second-team All-Pros. Again, that is more than Emmitt Smith. He is a NFL MVP in 2012, Offensive Player of the Year in 2002, and Comeback Player of the Year in 2002. Also led the league in rushing 3 times in 2008, 2012, and 2015, and led the league in rushing touchdowns in 2008 and in 2015. Moving on to Patrick Willis, 7-time Pro Bowler. From 2007 to 2013, he did not miss a Pro Bowl. 5-time first-team All-Pro. Once he was a second-team All-Pro as well, man. AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year. And then 3 times he won NFL Linebacker of the Year in 2007, 2009, and 2010. Moving on to Marshawn Lynch. Now, Marshawn Lynch, most likely, what I'm thinking right now, he will be one of those guys that will be on the bubble of the Hall of Fame probably forever. I don't think that he will probably get in, but he was a 5-time Pro Bowler. He made the first-team All-Pro in 2002, second-team All-Pro in 2004, led the league in rushing twice in 2013 and 2014. So definitely a great first round pick right there. Not quite sure if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but Darrelle Revis, he probably will be. He probably will be in the freaking Hall of Fame. He's a Super Bowl champion. He also is a 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first team All-Pro, and he did win AFC Defensive Player of the Year. So that draft class, in my opinion, is better than 1990. Again, in my opinion, if you disagree with it, let me know down in the comment section below, but don't just call me a retard, because again, I'm sensitive, okay? I'm sensitive to these hurtful words, okay? I'm really not. But anyways, let's move on to to number 4 of the countdown, we got the 1981 NFL Draft. Now, so far in this first round, you only have 2 Hall of Famers, Lawrence Taylor and Ronnie Lott. But I said Lawrence Taylor and Ronnie Lott, 2 of the greatest NFL players of all time, 2 of the greatest defensive players of all time. These 2 guys combined for 6 Super Bowls by their darn selves. Just by themselves, they got 6 Super Bowls. Kicking things off with the number 2 pick of the 1981 NFL Draft, Lawrence Taylor. He is a 10-time Pro Bowler. From 1981 to 1990, he did not miss. He is a first team All-Pro 10 times. From 1981 to 1990, he did not miss. He won NFL MVP in 1986. A defensive player won league MVP. Not a quarterback, not a running back, but a defensive player in 1986. He is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year from 1981, 1982, and 1986. His rookie season was 1981. So he was the best defensive player in the league in 1981, his rookie season. He also was part of the 1980s All-Decades team. He's part of the NFL 75th Anniversary All-Time team. One of the best all-time players. He has 132 sacks. Beasting and feasting. And moving on to Ronnie Lott, the only player in NFL history to make the Pro Bowl at cornerback, to make the Pro Bowl at free safety, and to make the Pro Bowl at strong safety. He is a two-time NFL interception leader, once in 1986 and the other time in 1991 as a member of the Los Angeles Raiders. The Raiders. That means the Niners didn't think he could play no more, and he led the league in picks in 1981 with the Raiders. 10-time Pro Bowl, 8-time first-team All-Pro, and a 4-time Super Bowl champion, part of the 1980s NFL All-Decade team and the 1990s All-Decade team. Beasting and feasting. Let's move on to number 3. The 1985 NFL Draft class. In this first round, you have 3 Hall of Famers. Kicking things off with the first overall pick in the 1985 Draft, Bruce Smith. He was selected to 9 first-team All-Pro selections. Twice he was a second-team All-Pro. 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Part of the All-80s All-Decade team in the 1990s All-Decade team. Beasting and feasting, and has a career 200 career sacks. Leads the whole world in sacks, okay? He leads the league in sacks for his career with 200. The number 4 pick in this draft was Chris Doman. I know what you're thinking. Who the heck is Chris Doman? Chris Doman, he is the 4th all-time leader in sacks. More than Warren Sapp, more than Lawrence Taylor, more than Derek Thomas, more than Michael Strahan. He has a career 150 sacks, made the All-Pro team 3 times from 1987, 1989, and 1992. Second team All-Pro 1990 and 1993, and led the league in sacks in 1989, and is part of the All-Decade team for the 90s. Moving on to the number 16 selection of this first round, Jerry Rice, the greatest receiver of all time. Stick him or not, I do not care. You cannot find a report that tells you for how long he was using Stickum. So if you want to say he used it for 2 years, fine. 2 years. Throw out his best 2 years. Go ahead. Throw it out the window. Throw his best 2 years out the window. He's still miles ahead of the next receiver. His numbers look like this: 1,549 receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, 197 receiving TDs. I believe he has a total of 203 TDs total. He also has 23,546 all-purpose yards, 10-time first-team All-Pro. Twice he was a second-team All-Pro. NFL MVP in 1987. Won Offensive Player of the Year in 1987 and 1993. Part of the All-80s and All-90s NFL Decade team. Won Rookie of the Year. And, of course, is part of the 75th Anniversary All-Time team in NFL history. So 1985 definitely belongs in this top 5. Moving on to number 2, the number 2 draft class of all time, 1989. The 1989 draft had 4 Hall of Famers selected in the first 5 picks. Starting things off, I can't believe it myself. Starting things off, the Dallas Cowboys select Troy Aikman from UCLA. Troy Aikman, he is a 3-time Super Bowl champion, first team All-Pro in 1993, and he also, again, is a Hall of Famer. Moving on to the second man that was selected, or third man selected in this draft, but another Hall of Famer. We're talking about Barry Sanders, the most elusive running back of all time. The most elusive running back of all time. He played from 1989 to 1998, never missed a Pro Bowl. He played for 10 years, went to 10 Pro Bowls, 6-time first team All-Pros, 4-time second team All-Pros. That means for his whole career, he was a All-Pro. He won the MVP in 1997, and the Lions were bunts The Lions were never really contenders, man. Offensive Player of the Year 1994 and 1997. Again, one of the best, and everybody can say that if he played a year or two longer, he would be the all-time leading rusher. We are not done with this draft class. We're talking about the 4th pick in the draft. Kansas City selects Derek Thomas, one of the best outside pass rushers of all time. The only man on the outside linebacker position that you could truly compare to Lawrence Taylor. He is a 9-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, part of the 1990s All-Decade team, one NFL Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1989, has a total of 126 sacks. 126 sacks in 10 years. Freaking impressive. RIP Derek Thomas. And then last but not least, the 5th pick of the first round of this draft class is Deion Primetime Sanders. Deion Primetime Sanders, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 8-time Pro Bowler, 8-time first team, NFL Defensive Player of the Year, part of the All-Decades team, not future Hall of Famer, he's in the Hall of Fame. He has over 53 interception, total return yards, 5,722, and 22 career TDs. And then the #1 draft class of all time, the 1983 NFL Draft. This draft has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 Hall of Famers. The first pick in this draft, John Elway, 2-time Super Bowl champion. The second pick in this draft was Eric Dickerson, who has the most rushing yards in a single season in NFL history. Bruce Matthews, the architect of the freaking Matthews family. Clay Matthews' dad played in the NFL. Clay Matthews played in the NFL. His son, Bruce Matthews' son, is the left tackle, right tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. Jim Kelly went to the Super Bowl 4 times. He is in the Hall of Fame as well. Dan Marino was the 27th pick in this draft. And then the kick things off to end the draft was to end the first round, you had Darrell Green. Darrell Green is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He went to 7 Pro Bowls and first team All-Pro, and he is in the Hall of Fame. So that's my list. Number 5 was the 2007 draft class. Number 4 was the 81 draft class. 85 was number 3. 89 was number 2, and then 1983 was the best draft class, coming in at number 1. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope the rest of your day is the best of your day, and I'm going to see y'all later. Peace out.